Oh, hey, look. It's time for me to start. Good morning, my crafty creatures. It is Friday. It is finally Friday. Uh, I can't express how pleased I am that it is finally Friday. Uh, I actually I've actually had a pretty productive morning. I can't complain too much. I might, but I shouldn't have to. Um, I got I got both air conditioners in, so now husband creature has a nice cool room to uh to sleep in. Now I'm overheated for whatever reason. So I don't know if it's actually hot, um, or if I'm just hot. It's kind of like when I'm cold. I don't know if it's actually cold or if I'm just cold. But I got my AC in yesterday because I went outside and I worked real hard and I came in and I was yucky and I went, I'm gonna get my AC. So I did. Um, Actually, it gives me space in my staging room so that I can start taking stuff out and donating it to places because I need to get in there and donate stuff. And also clean and organize. But I have this. Right now they're being chill right now. They are. They are being good dogs. Um so last night I got to work with one of my coworkers who was trained on overnights, then came to my shift where I was getting to know her, and then she got moved to days. And I got to work with her last night because we're short staffed and we're taking people wherever we can get them. And I had a really like solid conversation with her because I've been trying to find my footing in my displeasure of some situations at work. So I am supposedly a shift supervisor. And the reason I say supposedly is I actually don't have any power. Um, I can't do it. And I'm basing this off of my previous shift supervisor and the responsibilities and things that they were able to do that I have yet to be even able to learn. Well, I know how. Learn how to do them appropriately for the workplace. And and whenever I inquire, I get, well, we don't really need that. And my in my conversations with this coworker, let me see if I can find my. Okay, I did. Um, I've come to the realization that I'm not upset that I don't get the supervisory, like, I'm not upset that I don't have the position. I am upset that I was told that I had the position and then and never given the opportunity to train or actually have a regular schedule where I was able to, even one or two shifts where I was at the desk, which is where the supervisor resides, is the desk. They do the paperwork that comes in. They order the meds. They're like the nerve center, so that the CRMAs just have to pass meds. It's not that I didn't get to do desk. It's the fact that because I supposedly carry the title, even when I'm on the med carts, I'm still expected to do all the work. So because the and I don't find that fair. It's not that I mind being on the med carts. Honestly, I like interacting with the residents. I'm not upset at all that the that I'm on the med cart. It's when I was told I was going to be in one area, and then I come in and I'm not. um, and to add insult to injury, I'm told, don't whine about it, don't complain about it. We did it for a reason. Well, my autism demands that reason. And as I grow more and more comfortable with my brain and how I process things, I want to know why. It's not that I care what the reason is I just want to know what the reason is, because in the big picture of things, it allows me to place you how much essentially I'm going to like you and or trust you. Your response to why dictates how I feel about you. And when you do not give me a why, I do not see a reason to particularly respect you. And this comes as I'm still battling my feelings about my boss being a trumpet, even amid all of this shit that the girls are fighting. Oh, I love it. I was watching that like soap operas last night. I'm like, oh my god, this is fantastic. But I don't know how to feel, and I still haven't heard from that company. So it's very frustrating there. And today is the last day that I have any sort of hope. Like if they get back to me soon, like later on, that's fantastic and great. But honestly, at this point in time, it has been almost 3 weeks since I've interviewed. Last week, they told me that they would have a decision at the beginning of this week, and I have not heard from them. So I've kind of lost hope that I'm going to get a yes. And that's fine. Like that's just part of life. I'm fine with it. But at the same time, I'm not going to start looking for another job again until after August, because August is just bananas for me. August is where the stream goes on its yearly 2-week vacation. Oh yeah, I know what that is. I'm looking. I'm looking at notifications. I'm like, what the hell is that? But oh, it was a inbound uh, uh package, and I'm like, why would I? I ordered different claws for my meadow dragon. So for my meadow dragons, I should say, because the one that I have is he's already up and going. We're not changing him out, his claws out, and I almost done that wing. Today I'm gonna finish the wing, and I'm gonna get him all sewn together, and I'm gonna put the top wings on and see how he looks. And if I don't like him, I can add the bottom ones. But I think he'll look super cute with just the tops. Well, it would take me a few hours to get there. I've almost I've almost won the battle with a so I pulled the wrong end of a skein of yarn, and and this is an older skein, so it got tangled. The newer ones are much better, but I pulled the wrong end of an older one, and it got tangled, and I've been fighting with the knot for the better part of 5 days. And I'm talking multiple hours each one of these days. It wasn't just like 5 minutes, I got a big chunk done. No, I'm talking hours of fighting with this knot. And I finally reached the point where it is almost caked up, and then I can clean up all my colors that all the colors that I've used on smaller projects that I've loosened. I've loosened the cake, so I got to re-cake them. Yeah, just turn on, make a movie channel, make a dummy Discord account, and make a movie channel. Yeah. Yeah, I listened to your message, Jules, and I just giggled because when I was listening to it, I was I was passing meds, and uh had come across the PRN suppositories. It's my Friday. I have an 8-hour shift, and then I have the weekend off. Well, if you found a spot of peace, then I am glad for that moment of peace. I I support this. I'm in my moments of peace right now. My goals for this weekend, they're not huge, and I'm hope and I also have to make inside outside goals because I don't know if it's going to rain or not. Because well, it's the weekend in New England, and apparently for the past few months that and it, okay, so I'm back. To get 939 done, and to oh, I don't know, get at least before work goals is to get the knot all done. I would love to get on stream 939 done. After stream, get that knot all settled, and then to get the Meadow Dragon secondary wing all done, so that I can finish him up and show him off at work because I showed him pictures. showed pictures, and now people want to see them. So. And I think tonight I'm gonna bring one of my bag pieces in so that I can work on getting that finished, because they're bags, they're not exciting, and unfortunately for me, I need change, but I also want to get the bag that I'm working on done. Because it's merchandising. Okay, there's that. And I'm coming to the end of this piece of string, so I'm trying to fill in all the wild and crazy areas. I have more string, but in case anybody was worried, I have more string. Also, books is the redeem if you want to enter to win a copied, and they're soft cover. She doesn't have hardcover, but it's. I'm very confused right now. 1 second. Okay, so that was weird. The dogs are barking at nothing. Well, I shouldn't say that's weird. Because there was something out there, but they were blocked from seeing it. Yeah, dogs. And the force in which I booted off my desk knocked my display heads around. Ugh. Okay. So, back to what we were doing. Please lay down, ma'am. Couche. Hey, couche. Okay. I'm rearranging the void because it's going to be getting a bath here soon. Because my house is dusty and yucky. It was someone getting out of a car in front of my house. Now, I have blacked out all the windows on the front of my house because of Pixie's issues. So I'm very confused. She probably heard it because I haven't soundproofed the front of my house. Like, my house is pretty soundproof. Like, when I turn on the cameras and I'm inside the house and I'm listening to the outside of my house, like, I have done a really good job soundproofing. But they're dogs, so... So I have been slacking on getting. I have more than $2.05 pencils out. I have a couple of drafts in my TikTok queue, but uh, I have not gotten them published because there's a little bit more editing I have to do, and I just this week's just been this week has just been this week. That's something that I'm gonna try to push out today as well. Is my generation, what is it, generation 1 year 2 collections of the ponies that I have, and showing off the ones that I don't. Year 3 was My Little Pony's really big year, so I've gotten year 1 and year 2 all done. But now I'm trying to ramp up year 3 and have it sort of coherent and organized, because I have a lot of year 3 ponies because it was such a big year. And I have to go through and see who I have, see who I don't have, because there are collections. Like the rainbow ponies were a collection. Luckily in year 2, there were 2 collections. There were the rainbow ponies, and then there was the general crew. And no, wait. Yeah, and the general crew. But year 3, holy fuck. Holy fuck. So that's what I've been dealing with. I know, first world problems. But I've been working on the ponies. Okay, so no, I'm sorry. I'm just done with you. And I know she wants to go out and play, which is also on my list of things to do. And I will get most of these things done. Funny enough, I'm really good at time management. It's just when they demand time before it's time. I would love to invest in they are the slat tracks for dogs. Um, it's like it's a dog treadmill essentially, but it isn't. It's dog powered. They go as fast or as slow as they want. Um, and I think they're really cool. It's really nice for, like, I have active dogs. There are some days where I am just not active, and these dogs unfortunately are very active every day. Pixie and Cesar are 8 years old, and their energy level is bananas, and they are senior dogs. Um, and I work with them best I can. Well, I'm thinking that in my adventures I'm gonna get marrow bones for tomorrow to give me some time to have wood dogs not up my bum. But I know a trip to Lowe's is happening tomorrow. Um, because I've learned Lowe's has better lumber than Home Depot. And actually, I might even go out to uh, it's a local area. It's called Hammond Lumber, and they might even have even better because they are basically a lumber yard, and what I'm looking for. The reason I say Lowe's is I might just go out back and grab a couple of their pallets. Like my car can fit 3 pallets in it with no real problem. And I actually have hooky things um, that I can put on my car, and I could hook pallets to the top of my car. But because I have opted to use the pallets as use their support wood for, if my brain would work, so the support wood for the wall covering in my knee walls in the attic. Um, because ultimately, I'm gonna wallpaper over it. The attic is going to be my experiments with wallpaper. And I'm gonna go wild and crazy with it too. So, um, for example, like, and the reason I really like this particular room and its setup is the desk, like what I'm working at right now. Right behind me is just a wall, and I'm designing the room specifically for and with the intent of streaming. So I'll have cool stuff there, but it's gonna have um, like, because it's near a window, it's gonna have like a little relaxy spot near the window, um, which is gonna be glass tile. Well, not glass tile, but glass blocks. And I'm that might be what I do tomorrow is get that window all set in place. Doobie doo. Okay, where am I now? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Best part about where I'm working is it's mostly, at least right now, it's just mostly back and forth and fill in the blank spots. Like there's a couple spots that I needed to keep an eye out for, but I already worked around those, and that one's all set. Oop. Okay. I'm glad that I looked at the pattern because I was not initially paying attention. Oh well. Oh well. If you are not a professional, don't do that. I just know that that's an end of a. Oh my goodness. But yeah, my new setup, the back wall is going to be, and this is why it's experimenting with wallpaper. I have found an ombre teal to purple glitter wallpaper that I am dying to try. Um, and And the side walls are probably going to be just as crazy. Um, because it's my video room and I do what I want. The knee walls are going to have yarn storage. And there are a couple of areas where it's a little deeper that I'll put crafts that I don't use as much, or items, bigger items that I don't use as much. And they're going to have slidey out drawers. That's the big thing with the knee walls, is they're going to have drawers that slide out. One of the design flaws that I've been hemming and hawing about is, do I want to make workspace? And what I mean by that is, because obviously I'm going to have a desk with room for the cross stitch and whatnot. But I could easily set up a system where I have a flat surface that slides into the top of the knee wall at an angle that I can pull up, out, and put down as a workspace. Like, just have the legs fold out and just a temporary workspace. Like, if I want to do a diamond dot stream that day, I can do that instead of having to move my cross stitch all over creation. One of the things, if if the stars align, is I'm gonna put down some of the flooring I took up because it was put down improperly and it's just messy and all the fun. And I want to put it in properly, and get some of that work done. Because in all fairness, if I got bare minimum the insulation up, and funny enough, the back wall that I was just talking about with the teal and the purple, I have scraps of drywall small enough. I'm gonna essentially scrapyard as much as I can, because I don't throw anything out for this reason. But I'm gonna try to at least have the back wall be a drywall situation. And I might be able to do some of that today. I got it all insulated. Save for like 2 spaces, which are in the knee wall area. But I've gotten all the visual areas insulated and ready to go. So that's I've actually, talking about it out loud, I've actually been pretty busy. And I'm using a lot of scrap building material. I mean, it's the material for the job. I'm not using the material that's not for the job, but at the same time, it's still leftover items, and I'm actually getting use out of them. Whew. Yeah, I think I'm having a hot flash. That's actually something I've been wondering about because I am almost of that age where perimenopause, um, and or menopause. My mom was 45 when her menopause started, and I have lots of questions because much like COVID, I already feel like ass most of the time. So I'm not sure. I am not sure as if um I will know if my body is like, oh hey, we're stopping this. But I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday. Oh yeah, so next week is gonna be wild and crazy. Um, yeah, and I'll have more info. Oh, it's Friday. I'll have more info on Monday about next week. I'll also have more info about streaming with Bridget. And the book redeem is only 200 points because honestly I'm trying to encourage people to come on in, um, and sit and read while I craft or something like that. I'm trying to amp my side hustle. I've been doing kind of a shitty job at marketing myself. Dragon does a better job at marketing me than I do. That's what Dragon can do for call dances. You can I'm making Captain Penis. You can market me. Oh my god. I knew it. I knew it. Eh. It was funny. I was talking to my bestie, and I was going, so so I'm ordering your books on Tuesday, and she's like, well, I can get them at a discount. And I'm like, no, I refuse. And she's like, but why? Okay, my computer had a crisis. Computer had a crisis. Um, deep cleansing breaths. Anyway, so talking about buying Bridget's books through Amazon because that ranks her, and that will give her the higher she's ranked, the more she'll sell. All kinds of good stuff. Um, and yes, I agree, Jules. Your past couple days have been a full stop shit show. Um, I actually I've I have a little dumpster fire crochet thing that I want to make. Okay, my setup is falling down. Ow! So please excuse while I tighten my nuts. I also have the Kindle pre-order, but I'm ordering. I'm going to definitely ordering 2 copies of paperback. I will go up to 5, maybe more. Who knows? But I have presents. No, that's the wrong way. Is that the wrong way? Yep, that's the wrong way. Oh my goodness. This one was really loose. My wing nuts are loose. Oh, there we go. Okay. And that's another thing with moving upstairs, is I'll be able to redo my setup here better. Okay, there. There. Can I do this? Yes, yes, I can. But yeah, she offered a discount, and I'm like, no, I want to get you your rankings. I'll pay for the rankings. I want you to be number one. So I got to do a couple. Got to do a couple more videos. I got to get better at doing videos. At least videos that showcase me. It's kind of like my friend Kevin. I'm not into fitness. He is a power lifter, and he does a lot of gym stuff. He does a lot of very educational, very cool videos. He's a competitive lifter. I don't know jack shit about it, but whenever I see his content pop up on my page, I make sure to intentionally go over, watch it, give it a like. I don't necessarily share it because I need to I need to try to convince my algorithm to pay attention to me, but I I try to boost up my friends where I can. I don't need people to like send me money, but if you can do the free things, that is fantastic, and that helps me out a lot. Because again, I'm that person who I'm like, oh yeah, I make really awesome things, and if people want my stuff, I'm here, but I'm really bad at marketing, even though I specialized and focused in it in college. Like, I enjoy marketing. I can market the fuck out of anybody except myself. You need a hype girl, you need some support for marketing. I am your person. When you ask me to use it on myself, I'm trying to get over the fact that I'm like, no, nope, I'm not. I don't want to bother anybody. That kind of thing. That's what it is I don't want to bother people with my stuff. Oh my goodness. Ear itches. Mm, mm, mm. I also need to take the time to run the solid wire up into the space here. The long network cable. I have the route all cleared out. I have not run the wire yet. Mm-hmm. Closing in the side. This is really a big color. Like, it's all this blue from like here over and down. It's all this blue except for that one dot right there, little bitty dot. So this is my life now. This is my existence now. Might go outside with some black spray paint to fix some of my, because it's not raining and I can do it, fix some of my scuffing occurrences. Mhm. I think I finalized my brain what I'm gonna purchase for my home improvement weekend pay period weekend project, because I need to do this and I keep putting it off for piffle things. I need to buy the first support for my addition. I need to get a cinder brick to set it on. I need to get a, actually I think I have the lumber to support it, and I need to get the jack. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's gonna be my big purchase this weekend. It's gonna be my house purchase, so that I can start stabilizing the addition. Now, you all y'all gotta hold me to this now too. Because I will go into Lowe's and I will get distracted. quite as bad as Michael's, but oh, and just in case nobody heard, Michael's has acquired all of Joanne Fabric's shit. So we'll be keeping stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. I don't want an adult today. I want to stay home. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My brain wandered off halfway through. Halfway through the conversation I was having with me. Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. Yay. Mm-hmm. My next stop and pay attention point is the line where the one non 939 thing is. Just so I can cruise back and forth. Mm-hmm. Funny, I can feel the big AC. Um, I can feel its cold air coming down the hallway. You two, you two still alive, or do I have to send fire and rescue? Cat toast. I'm sure there's a story behind that. Is it toast shaped like a cat? Okay. Because I can't see a cat preparing toast, so. Okay. We're not foodies for the sake of sending pictures of food. We're foodies because we're like, the fuck? That's why we get food pictures. Hmm. Hmm. I haven't even hit the check bar. Holy fuck. Apparently, I can't speak today. I have not hit the check box to see how many stitches I've done up to this point. Today is going to be one of those days where I just highlight all the stitches, and at the end, I see how many I've done. Because it's a color finish goal, not a stitch count goal. But I still have down this page like all the big clumps of white you're seeing. That's mostly what we have left, and I mean it gets this area is very there's a lot less stitches, but it's like I want to get it done. I have this big huge patch of blank to fill in. Another good thing I'm looking forward to about the setup upstairs is the uh, the support for all the microphones, the cameras, and whatnot. It's going to be much more stable. Oh, and so I'm gonna tell you my thought train. So I plant there's a it's a big area with a 45-degree slant. Now I'm currently looking for shelving brackets that accommodate this kind of slant. Now I'm prepared to make my own brackets, but I'm going to be putting Hogwarts so that I'm facing Hogwarts because it's such a big piece. Um, so I'm going to be putting Hogwarts on this area that's slanted and facing. It's safe, but it's facing down towards me. I'm going to make like a little corner. I'm going to frame in and make it like Starry Night kind of thing. So it's like it's really I have big plans for the Lego Hogwarts. But that brought up my thought process of, oh, I hate I hate Rowling. Um, and then that brought up the thought process of, did you know she vapes? I wanted to share. I took you on that walk to share that she vapes, and I'm kind of judgy about it. Oh yeah, and ads are incoming. I just dropped my needle. Wish me luck. I found it. Mm-hmm. Well, that was kind of funny. My ad break was interrupted by a disconnect. Hilarious. Maybe I'll try tackling that project. That problem too. Mm. I'm almost done the long stretches. Pretty much lost where I am because this is one of the sections where I did a it was funny. So we got a new resident and and her family had set up a bed to be delivered. Not under this resident's name, but underneath her son's name, who we don't know who her son is. So these delivery guys come to the door asking for her son, and I'm like, I don't have anyone here by that name. And luckily enough, she's a firecracker, and she comes up behind me. She goes, "Yeah, that's for me," and it was like I get a little frustrated. Like, yes, I understand, but if you're gonna have deliveries, either warn us, give us the name that it's under, or be here for it to be when it's delivered. Mhm. I also think this weekend I'm gonna bite the bullet and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna focus. And you can stop laughing now. I'm gonna make some TikTok shop videos because I do actually have a TikTok shop thing going on. It goes to my it gets sent to my website, but um and starting the advertising about the meadow dragons. Because I have 3 meadow dragons. Nightstone is not for sale, but Nightstone can be a marketing tool. And I have a sea serpent, so I can make advertisements. Huh. Ooh, I I don't have any phone calls to make. I do have to pay the mortgage though. But that's only a couple of button clicks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, we're almost to the part where I'm gonna mark off my stitches. Ooh, I filled in all the white, almost all the white. Filling it in. Page finished by the end of the month on Call Dance. That is the goal. And 6.5% on Divine Instinct. Because I know I'm not going to get a page finish. Okay. I'm gonna mark off. Oops. Would help if I was looking at the mark off setting. Woohoo! That's actually quite a bit. Now, I still haven't hit the checkbox, so today's fun game is going to be at the end of stream. We're going to guess how many stitches I did. Not nearly as much left as I thought. It doesn't fill in everything that's down in here. Like quite a bit, yes, but not all of it. Okay. I'm setting my next little mini marker, and it's actually closer than the last one, but got to start somewhere. Really? Wrong row. Just wait here. Not sure if it's dog or just fiber fill. Mm.
Echoes in the void, calling out my name. In the mirror's gaze, I only see blame. Sometimes I wonder, will they even remember? Will they even remember? I'm just a shadow fading in the night, longing for mercy but none in sight. Every battle it bleeds me dry, and I ask myself, why do I even try? Don't seek salvation. It's like chasing time, so much frustration, and it clouds my mind. All hesitation, it has me in a bind. Don't wanna be here anymore.
Feel it building inside, something wild tonight. Can't resist the tide. It's running through my veins. I can't hold it back in. Feel it running through my veins. Every pulse ignites, getting stronger high. Watch me come alive. It's running through my veins. I can't hold it back in. Feel it running through my veins. It's always through my veins. I can't hold it back in. Feel it always through my veins. Through my veins, through my veins, through my veins.
Okay.
Can't hold back.
There. Finally, it's not a full back and forth anymore. I actually have to pay attention to where I stop. But I'm running out of string, so I'm gonna stop on this half outro. There's so close to getting done the page. At least the color, and then the page. First, we start with the color, and then we conquer the page. Okay. No, guys. Stretch is getting small. It's not time yet. I still have half an hour. 20 minutes. I'm gonna get as much of this color done as I can. You can't stop me. You're not my boss. Pixie begs to differ, by the way. Big, lay down. Lay down, baby girl. Soon. Soon. But you need to lay down. No, you're all set too. No, I still have a few more minutes. Now go lay down. hoping I have enough string for this little area I'm working on because it's just little bits of area.
Wish I could go home and turn myself into who I was. Heard someone creeping through the door. They found the key to my mind hidden on the floor. I tried to scream, but my voice was gone. And they stole every part of me I used to own.
Just had to. Probably should have kept my mouth shut. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to educate someone in HIPAA. Okay, so and I'm gonna educate you guys, all two of you, and you probably already know about HIPAA. But HIPAA is only for paid healthcare workers. If someone knows your health status, and they're not a professional person that you're giving insurance to or paying or anything like that, it's not a client-patient relationship, and they go out and tell someone else, that's not HIPAA. That's rude, but it's not HIPAA. But I pointed it out because I'm tired of people weaponizing HIPAA for their own, because they feel they're entitled. You can't ask me that. That's HIPAA. No, it's not. It's rude, but it's not HIPAA. You're not violating anything. It's not illegal. God, if bad manners could be illegal. I don't even know which god to ask. Who's the deity of manners? Or etiquette, even? Oh my goodness. Okay. Got this. My focus got distracted. I might actually get this color done. Oh no. No, I'm looking at the time. No, not today. But that's okay. So, do we want to start taking wagers on how many stitches? I still have not hit the check mark, so I don't even know. I am gonna do these last couple because it finishes a chock a block. Yeah, I'll get close to finishing it, and I might work after. But so close, so close. I'm gonna keep going for a couple more minutes, but okay. So I'm gonna say I did. I'm gonna say 420 something. 428 is what I'm gonna say my final stitch count is. Anybody else want to guess? trying to figure out because this is an area where I messed up. Oh my goodness. 500? Okay. Well, since I've reached a spot where I have to math things out, I'm gonna hit the check mark. I don't think I hit 500. I'm at 428. Does Jules have a guess? I think I'm at 428, somewhere in that ballpark. This is like the price at right as right. Whoever guesses without going over, I don't know. You win the gold star for the day. Okay. That is such a Price is Right move. Okay. Oh, and funny enough, and I'll even show it on camera. I got 389. 389 stitches. Or 69 stitches. Yeah, I might have vision issues. So, yeah, I didn't. I got a lot done, mind you. 369 stitches. We filled in a good chunk here. Almost like the color is almost done. So that's pretty awesome. Went from 3.31. We are now up to 3.39, which is pretty awesome. But I have to go let my dogs out. I want to thank everybody for the gift of their time this week. It's been a rough week for me. I'm hoping this weekend I have time to reset and like regroup. But everybody, drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others, and be kind to others without harming yourself. I will be back on Monday, I believe. I know I'm not going to be here Thursday, but Monday I'll be back, and I will talk to everybody then. Yes.